just when you think that you've seen it all, you turn another corner and there's a whole nother room full of cars.
Welcome back, everyone. We are back in Michigan, Kalamazoo to be more specific. We are at the Gilmore Car Museum.
Yes, and this place is really unique because it started just as a hobby, and when it opened, there was only 35 cars in the museum, and now today there are near 400 cars. So let's go check out some old vintage cars today.
Let's go.
So we are in the brass barn, which is the oldest pieces of the collection, and they go all the way back to the late 1800s. So let's take a close look at the oldest pieces of the collection.
We are in the G Barn now, and it gets that name because it was located on G Avenue, which is about 10 miles from here, but also the set of the Gnome movie, which is an old Disney movie. The set is here. So those two came together and we're at the G Barn.
So this car was actually starred in the 1967 Walt Disney movie called The Gnome-Mobile. And to make the gnomes look the size that they were, this over here is the set of this car, just about scaled 5 times larger. So get a cool look at both of these. So we are now in the hood ornament barn, and if you look around, you'll see there are tons of different ornaments that go on the hood of all the old classic cars. So let's take a look. So we have some facts about this place for you guys. It started in the early 60s by Donald Gilmore as just a hobby. He was just collecting vintage cars, and his wife Genevieve gave him the idea to turn it into a museum so everyone could enjoy it for years to come. And it opened in July of 1966, and there were only 35 cars on display, and now there are nearly 400 cars, and it is North America's largest auto museum. And it is open year-round, and for adults it's 15, youth it's 10, and for kids and military it's free. So for $15, I would definitely say this place is absolutely worth it. Even if you're not a fan of cars, it's just still something very unique to see. So enjoy the museum. So this is the classroom for driver's ed back in the day.
Behind me is a 1946 Stout, which I've never heard of myself, but it is quite the car. I mean, The front end kind of looks like they ran out of material and just stopped building. But it's got a unique look to it, and it says that it cost around $100,000 to make, which in 1946, even today, that's a good amount of money, but that's pretty wild. And it said there was one prototype, so I think it never made it out to the public, and it's just kind of here now. But yeah, really unique looking car.
So we are now in the Lincoln Building Museum, and we're going to see all the Lincolns that have progressed through time, which is essentially the main point of the Gilmore Museum, is to see the history of America through the automobile. So let's go check out the history of Lincoln.
Alright, so this is going to conclude today's video at the Gilmore Car Museum. We had a really good time. It definitely exceeded my expectations. I really didn't know what to expect, but it was really cool. Tons and tons of cars. Very old cars. We even saw a couple newer, but the classics, and kind of seeing the history of everything with multiple car companies. It was really cool.
Yep, so quick tip for you guys. When we were driving here, we almost thought that we were lost just because this place really is out in the middle of nowhere. So if you come to visit and you're on, 2-lane road, don't think you're going the wrong way. It is the right way. But yeah, it was a very phenomenal car museum, and I'm really glad that it's open for all of us to look at. So if you guys want to come, we are in Kalamazoo, Michigan, and we hope that you enjoyed the episode, and if you did and you haven't already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button to our channel. And if you have an idea for us to go somewhere in Michigan, or even a Beyond the Borders episode, let us know in the link below, or feel free to email us and we will try and make that video for you. So stay tuned for next week for another episode of Michigan Unknown.
Bye.